floral presentation and escort them on and escort him onto the dais. Let's have a round of applause for our speaker, ladies and gentlemen. Sri Jignesh Joshi, Executive Director, Indian Oil Corporation, Corporate Office. Now I request Mr. Jayant Srinivas to make a presentation to Mr. Harendra, Mr. Suresh Sagar. I request you to please make a presentation. Let's have a round of applause for our convener, Sri Hariram Thakkar. I request Sri Vijay Kumar, President KSPA, to please welcome the gathering formally and his inaugural.
For this inaugural function of the IPLEX 19, on behalf of the Organizing Committee of IPLEX 19 and Karnataka State Plastic Association, I warmly welcome our Honorable Union Minister, Mr. D.V. Sadananda Gowdaji, who has consented to be our chief guest for today's function. On behalf of all the exhibitors and the IPLEX team, I welcome you, sir, for this inaugural function. With us, we have the new Joint Secretary, who has joined just about weeks back into the DCPC, Mr. Srinath Jha. We welcome you, sir, and I think it's very pleasant to see him on his first assignment as a Joint Secretary is with us in this big welcome you, sir. Ginu Joseph, sir. We have with us Ravish Kamath, the Chairman of the Flexi Council, who has accepted our request to be the Chief Guest of Honor for this function. I welcome you, sir, Mr. Ravish Kamath. We have with us the Senior Vice President, Mr. V.P. Sundar, who has come to represent the FKCC. I request you to, sir, please come and occupy the dais. I would request Sagar to escort him to the dais. Mr. V.P. Sundar is the Senior Vice President of the Federation of Commerce for the Karnataka. I welcome you, sir, for this function. Our IOCL Executive Director, we welcome you for this function, sir. We have Mr. Avinash Sharma, the MD Opal. We welcome you for this inaugural function. Mr. Harendra K. Rajora, the Vice President of the HMEL. He is on the dais. We welcome you for this function. On the dais and on the dais for this function. It's an honor and privilege to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and on the dais to the inaugural function of the IPLEX 10th edition at BIEC Bangalore. The IPLEX brand has made its footprint across the border in India as well as Asian countries and even in Middle East. And this exhibition has been participated in huge number by the exhibitors of all the sectors into the polymer industry. Today, I want to thank the Minister and the DGCPET. Today onwards, we are being told to change our, all the plastic name has been changed into Polymer. And we are requesting all the associations across India, from today onwards, we will be removing the word plastic from the association and we will convert it to a Polymer association. This is really an initiative taken by the Minister. He himself is appraised of the situation, how the plastic is being negatively seen by the public, so he said, and we are accepting your advice, sir. From today onwards, we are implementing it. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank the committee of the IPLEX 19 and the KSP organizing committee to conduct this IPLEX 19 in a better way, on par with the international standard. I thank all the committee members who are behind this show. I thank you everyone on the behalf of the organizing committee. Now, sir, for the Minister, I have some few points from the association side which I want to put it in a very short. Sir, the Karnataka state has a huge potential for the growth of plastic polymer industries and being hub for many sectors which requires a lot of polymer products. The major sector being the packaging industries and the imposition of ban on some of the polymer products without scientific approach on recyclable products has led to closure of more than 1,000 units in Karnataka and led to unemployment of thousands of people. The association has been giving representation to the government of Karnataka to consider the recycling of polymer products as an alternative to end the littering habits and encourage to segregate the polymer products, which has a value addition. To support this, the association gave proposal to government of Karnataka to tie up with our association for proper disposal of polymer waste. But the government has not shown any keen interest, but with your government now in place, sir, we kindly request to involve the stakeholders in this proposal what we are given to the government. We ask the government of India to consider the following to improve the polymer waste management. The polymer park cluster concept should be extended to all district headquarters with earmarking of area for recycling units. The state government should subsidize the land allotments to the recycling sector. The recycling units should be supported by government under TUF scheme up to 50% subsidy. The dry plastic waste recycling unit should be brought under green category from present yellow category. This will encourage those unorganized sector to get into the lawfully approved units. This will increase the volume of recycling of polymers. So with this, I thank everyone who have come for this exhibition, and for next 3 days, please enjoy the exhibition and carry forward whatever you take the technologies from here to improve your industries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri Vijay Kumar, President KSPA, for that warm welcome. May I now request you to please escort all the dignitaries to water the plant. For a change, there is no lighting of the lamp. You're looking at the environment and the betterment of planet
Come,
Earth.
friends, sir. Sir, सामने. Yes, sir.
You have done some business on behalf of us, everything that
Sir, one photo again. Ella group photo, group picture.
Honorable Minister Sri Sadanand Gowda ji, dignitaries of the dais, fellow exhibitors, my dear friends. I am extremely happy to welcome you all in this 10th edition of International Plastic Exposition IPLEX 2019, the biggest international plastics exposition of South India. All the 5 states manufacturers association, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh and Kerala, and with the support of CPATE, came forward for conducting IPLEX exhibition to showcase the latest technologies and developments in the field of plastics, where it benefits all the exhibitors and visitors of the exposition. To create opportunities to explore new channels and general statements. Sir, I take this opportunity to invite Mr. Raju, President Kasia, on the dais, and Mr. Janardhan, President MKCCI, on the dais. Manufacturers, dealers, buyers, and end users. The event is also widely renowned for helping participate technological trends. It is supported immensely by the industries across India and globe. It has the patronage from the major polymer producers. I'll use Polymer now. Polymer producers and Government of India along with the local governments. Southern states is to focus local entrepreneurs and expose them to the globe to have more business coverage and to reap the benefits of globalization in forms of exports to international standards. This in turn will benefit all the industries connected with plastics and boost our image among the global competitors and will generate new employment opportunities. IPLEX 19 will promote the growth of plastic processing industries in South India It is an exhibition in polymer in India which provides opportunities for the manufacturer. The exhibition will display the latest developments in technology of processing, choice of raw material, additives, etc. With the brand image, IPLEX has achieved an attractive pavilion amongst the exhibitors, not only from India, but also participants from China, Vietnam and Sri Lanka, to showcase their products by live demonstration, product literatures and B2B networking. I am happy to inform IPLEX 2019 covering an area of about 60,000 square feet with approximately 250 exhibitors. Over the last decade, plastic industries in southern part of India is also growing at an exponential rate and contributing towards Indian economy. The event is supported by almost all the premier associations of the country. It is estimated that interested entrepreneurs, industrialists, individuals, college students, technocrats and persons from different fields will be able to benefit out of this exhibition. IPLEX 2019 will also provide technical support. We have got a technical consultancy cell at the exhibition. It will provide technical support for those who need that, and it is manned by CPET and IPL. A special arrangement has been made by having a separate recycling pavilion showcasing the recycling technology with the support of almost all the leading organizations, NGOs engaged in recycling sector. This is for educating public, industries and concerned decision-making authorities about concept of recycling and eco-friendly waste management solutions. Friends, I wish everyone visiting IPLEX will have educating time to get their required information, carry newer ideas of the latest technology so as to achieve cost reduction, high performance and energy savings. We, the Consortium of Southern State Associations, welcome you all for this 10th edition of IPLEX with positive benefits to the industries participating and request you to take the best benefit out of it. Kudos goes to the entire IPLEX team, 19 team, for contributing their time for promoting IPLEX 19. Thank you very much.
Corporate Nandini Layout. Welcome to you, sir. Sri Basaraj Javadi, immediate past President Kasia. Mr. Rajgopal.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am really privileged to be here on this occasion of IPLEX 19, the 10th edition. And as my predecessor speaker has already briefed you about the size and volume of this exhibition, I must congratulate all of you for making it a successful event. In fact, sustainable development model where the environment protection as well as development to the industry and other aspects also has to be seen. And as a Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals, we are already working on it, and some study has already been conducted and reports are under final stage. So from the ministry prospects and ministry point of view, we have to maintain a balance between the issue of environment as well as the development to the industry. And I request the industry to cooperate in this move. As a department, we are also committed for a sustainable development model, and use of polymer and its sustainable development we have to see. So for that purpose, one R&D center is also planned, which will come in Bangalore near the airport very soon. And I know you, all of you must be eager to hear from the Honorable Minister, so without taking much time, I will sum up my address, and I wish all the best to the organizer and all the participants in this IPLEX 2019. Jai Hind.
Honorable Minister, Sri Goda Sahab, maybe chemical, petrochemical, fertilizer, maybe pharma, so many divisions with the sir, and dignitary of the dais and of the dais. Blast India, I am talking about some Blast India and for the industries. First, I will congratulate IPLEX team for a wonderful exhibition. And this type of exhibition where all the region, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, all the associations are joined hands and make a such type of exhibition. Again, I congratulate IPLEX team. Now, I think CPET, particularly for the problem of the environment, CPET is doing a wonderful job. They are just Dr. Nayak Saab and their colleagues, they are making their hard efforts for the define the single-use plastics and how make it success of the Prime Minister's vision for the maybe a ban of single-use plastics and for the growth of the plastic industries. CPET is connected with the plastics and polymers from the since long, so they know the better how to promote the plastic industries and how to solve the problems. So, as per my opinion, we have to put 100% trust on CPET for the environment and recycling issue. They are doing better for the industries. We have to talk about the growth of the industries. Personally, I believe that plastic and polymers has a bright future. No one can stop it. And the Prime Minister's vision to make in India, the success to make in India, we have to work hard under the dynamic leadership of the Goda Sahab. I see is always with the smiling face, positive energy for the industry. So, we have to just cooperate their vision. We have to get the ideas from the Goda Sahab, how we can make a success the plastic industries, how we can grow the plastic industries. Maybe, sir, again sorry, you gave a good word. Instead of plastic, now we have to use a polymer. So how we have to make a maximum polymer processing industries in India, and we have to now focus only for the growth of the industries, not other things. And no doubt in a 2022, whichever the logic is there, the plastic polymer consumption in India may be from the 12 kilo to 22 kilo. It's a figure always debatable, but whichever the figures coming from the horses of the mouth, so no one can stop it, and now our focus is only for the growth of the industries. Blast India is coming to Pragati Maidan from 4 to 8 of the February 2021. Blast India think that Blast India is again a unique association. It's an organization of the so many plastic big associations directly connected and so many other associations indirectly connected. So it is not a single person or single association. It's an association of so many associations. So it's our duty to work for the growth of the industries. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Please welcome with a round of applause Shri Ravish Kamath as he addresses us at IPLEX 2019.
A very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the Polymer Export Promotion Council, Flex Council, I present a very warm welcome to Shri Sadananda Gowda ji, Honorable Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India, and the other dignitaries on the dais, and the other friends from the industry today. I thank the IPLEX team for giving me the opportunity to be present here and share my thoughts. Friends, the plastic industry in India is one of the most significant contributors of the country's economic development, and its application has diversified to include a variety of key segments such as automotive, construction, electronics, healthcare, textiles, FMCG, and more. Plastics have become an indispensable part of our lives. When I make this statement, I also state that the plastics I mean is not single-use plastics. When the whole atmosphere is surcharged with negative vibes about plastics, I do not wish to delve into this subject, but can only say that the positive aspects of polymers far outweigh its negatives. The littering of plastics, single-use plastics, is a menace, and this has to be tackled. Friends, India is one of the world's top economies today. We are number 7 in GDP after USA, China, Japan, Germany, and the United Kingdom. However, on the export front, our ranking is number 20. India's merchandise exports in 2018-19 were at US $331 billion, out of which plastics exports were at $10.9 billion. Exports in 2017-18 was only $85 billion, so our exports of plastics grew by 24% last year. This is thanks to the government of India and their vision. Global plastics is a US $1 trillion economy, and this is just enough to demonstrate the vast potential and the segments hold for our fraternity. The Indian plastics industry manufactures and exports a variety of raw materials, laminates, electronic accessories, medical wear, jumbo bags, and other value-added products. Today, India is exporting plastics to more than 210 countries across the globe. New technological and rise in usage of polymers in new areas of applications have spurred the growth of the plastic manufacturing sector, opening greater opportunities for the sector's accelerated growth at a global level. While China, United States, and the United Arab Emirates continue to be the top 3 destinations for our plastics and accounting for nearly 30% of our exports by value, the inclusion of new destination countries like those in the CIS, LAC, and Africa continue to boost our export potential significantly. We employ over 5 million people and comprise over 50,000 manufacturing units in India. Indian plastic exports have excellent prospects to meet the high global demand for plastics and its derivatives. Given the industry's expanding capacities, the Government of India has initiated various schemes and incentives for technological advancement as well as for greater access to the global market for exports. In this regard, I would like to inform you that our council, along with other 3 export promotion councils, would be holding the 5th edition of the CAP India exhibition in December 2 to 4, 2019, where 400 plus overseas buyers would be invited to visit and source their requirements from the Indian manufacturers. I earnestly request the polymer industry, my friends in the polymer industry, to participate in this exhibition to increase the exports of our country. Friends, let me inform you the government remains focused and committed on boosting the export sector in taking up the challenges of its quantitative and qualitative growth. Today, we are happy to be here in the state of Karnataka, my home state, which forms one of the top 10 plastic clusters in the country. Last year, Karnataka exported plastics of over Karnataka exports was over $400 million, up from $350 million in 2017-18. Karnataka's major plastic exports were woven sacks, FIBCs, optical items, molded and extruded items, packaging and other few plastic raw materials. The state of Karnataka has immense potential to increase its plastic exports. The 2 plastic parks identified and announced by the state government would lead this change. However, these plastic parks can only be successful if they are supported with a good quality raw material in terms of providing raw materials to the manufacturers on a deemed export basis. Hence, our first submission, sir, is that MRPL may please be requested to ensure complete supply of raw materials to the manufacturers located in the plastic park. Our second submission is about the general difficulties faced in procuring raw materials today. Due to the lack of availability of plastic raw materials in Karnataka, plastic processors are forced to import the raw materials or get it from the neighboring states, mainly from Gujarat. The raw materials purchases from outside the state takes time to reach Karnataka and results in higher landed cost due to the freight charges involved. In the cutthroat market existing today, this makes it difficult for plastic processors based in Karnataka to compete with those based in the other states. With good availability, is not able to grow at the pace at which it can easily be done. Our humble request to the Honorable Minister, Shri Sadananda Ji, is to request MRPL to support the plastic exports of the state. If the central and state government can take care of these issues, plastic exports from the state in the next 2 years. We are hopeful that the government of Karnataka would leave no stone unturned.
Thank you, Sri Ramesh Kamat, for your address. From multiple state plastic associations and CPED, we have with us the chairman of IPLEX 2019 Organizing Committee and Director General of CPED. Please put your hands together and welcome Dr. S.K. Nayak as he addresses us this morning.
Subhodaya, good morning. Honorable Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India, Sri D.V. Sadanand Gowda ji, Joint Secretary DCPC Jha Sahib, MD Opal, ED IOCL, Vice President HMEL, Senior Vice President Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry, President Karnataka Small Scale Industry Association, President Pinya Industrial Association, Chairman Plex Council, President Karnataka State Plastic Association, Vijay Saab, closely worked with us for the IPLEX, Convener IPLEX 2009, former President All India Plastic Manufacturer Kailas Bhai, former President Andhra Telangana Plastic Manufacturing Association Mr. Anil Reddy Bhai, members of TAPMA, KSPA, KPMA, EPMA, GSPMA, IPI, OPPI, Plex Council and Team CPET, members of the Organizing Committee of IPLEX 2019, distinguished senior officials from centre, state governments, dignitaries, special invitees, Captain, Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry, C.R. Janardhan, distinguished senior officials from central and state government dignitaries, special invitees, captains from plastic industries, members from plastic fraternity, members from press, media, ladies and gentlemen. Although I have not contributed anything in this IPLEX, to be very honest, I am honored to be the chairman of this committee. As a capacity of chairman, I once again welcome to our Honorable Minister, who in spite of his busy schedule, he had to rush to Bangalore yesterday night just to address us, enlighten us and give his guidance at this crucial juncture. First advice was polymer. It's a wide material. Everybody is using polymer. So the industry has got a big boost. When you say polymer, we are not only talking of plastics, we are talking of everything. So it's a huge thing. I'm happy to be here on the 10th edition of IPLEX, organized by 4 southern states, TAPMA, Telangana Andhra Plastic Association, KPMA and KSP, State Association. It's a wonderful team of southern states. I've been watching it and they love to work with each other states. I've seen in Hyderabad, I've seen in Chennai, and I was told the next thing is happening in Cochin. I understand with active participation from the stakeholders, the size of the show, as Mr. Thakkar told me, number of exhibitors, area, as well as the response from the visitors are very, very encouraging. It is supported immensely by the industry across India and some of the places like China and Sri Lanka. IPLEX is conducted across all the southern states, as Mr. Thakkar has told, to focus. The idea of doing it in Chennai, Hyderabad, Cochin, Bangalore is to focus on the local industries. So that's a really good development. I mean, we are focusing in each state, giving importance to each state to come and adopt the new technology which is happening across the globe. IPLEX provides opportunity for the manufacture of processing machinery, auxiliary equipments, finished good, everything is showcased here and widen their market reach. Let me tell something about the organization which is I represent, which is under Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals. This organization is just completed 50 years. It was born in 1968 and it came 50 years and we were fortunate to sustain this institute for 50 years, to run an institute for 50 years and for last 10 years be self-sustainable It's all happening with the blessings of Honorable Minister and the department. But I will do injustice if I say it has happened without the support of the industry. Friends, this institute has become self-sustainable only for the industry. It is the industry whom we give technical support service. We give our entire infrastructure at a very nominal rate and encourage them to not only adopt the technology but use all the facilities before they set up their industry. So we are really grateful to all the industries. This institute's major activities is academic programs, undergraduate programs, postgraduate programs, PhD programs, diploma programs, post-diploma programs, and skill programs. Now probably this is the only institute in Southeast Asia, I repeat, which gives to an industry from a semi-skilled operator till the shift supervisor, production manager, CEO also. So you can get everything under this institute for the polymer industry. Now the industry may need an injection molding operator, the industry may need a subfloor manager, the industry may need a total controller CEO. So this is the best forum where industry takes people, and 80% of people goes to the industry. Our student doesn't go to any government jobs. They are absolutely prepared to work in the industry. And as per the directive of the industry, we run just like an industry, we run in 3 shifts a day. This is a unique thing. So the boy who joins your industry, he knows what is night shift, what is day shifts, what is morning shift. Even if IIT is a huge organization, they don't know what is morning shift, what is day shift, what night shift. So this is how they are acquainted with. And another unique thing, we are always located in an industrial estate. SIPET is always located in an industrial estate because we give the technical support to the industry. Honorable Minister has given a very steep target to us, the vision document of 2019 to 2024. After seeing our performance from first 2014 to 19, Honorable Minister has given to provide 5 lakhs manpower to the industry in 5 years' time, and to provide 5 lakhs technology support to the industry. He has not reduced the industry's importance. That you use SIPET, you must support the industry, and this is all because of Honorable Minister, Secretary DCPC, Joint Secretary, and the entire team. Sir, during the last, very happy, just now Joint Secretary told, Honorable Minister will tell in a big way, first of its kind, state-of-art R&D lab. We have R&D lab in Chennai, we have an R&D lab in Bhubaneswar, but they have all come out of the center which was established. It's an offshoot of that center. But this is probably the only of its kind in the entire country which will cater to the polymer industry exclusively in the area of biopolymers, bioplastics, recycling and waste management, composites, nanocomposites, fuel cells, solar cells, polymer blends, polymer membranes, purification systems, which is again for eco-friendly, coatings, adhesives, gas separations, conducting polymers, lot of things which are related to design and development of polymeric products. We can't do it alone. We do it with industry and the tie-up, the top-notch universities, 20 universities with whom we are working, right from MIT to Penn State to Michigan, we are all working, and this institute which Honorable Minister will announce will be a place where top-notch scientists from overseas will come, stay here for months together, work with our scientists and interact with the industry and try to develop products, be it aerospace, be it medical, be it packaging, be it anything, or waste management. The Department of Chemicals and Petrochemical not only supports polymer industry through SIPET for strengthening the human resource but also plays for technological gap. Industry in India is growing. It's a growing market. Just now one of our, I think PLEX Council President told about the GDP. Everybody knows how GDP impact as far as polymer industry is concerned. It's a huge part plays as far as the GDP growth. So industry growth is a must, and department is committed, and the department is encouraging through its petrochemical policies contributing through different sectors, and I am 100% sure the commitment what Honorable Minister and the department is having for the industry, it's a bright sign for the growth of petrochemical industries. The national policy on petrochemical is also there. I am sure this IPLEX 2019 will facilitate in widening the business opportunities B2B contacts in the petrochemical sectors, improve the competitiveness through continual evaluation and research in the developing new applications of polymers. The exhibition will also facilitate in bridging the gap between the Indian and global competitive markets, setting up an R&D base and strategic alliance. First time we participate in all the exhibitions. Please visit this stall. This stall will not talk anything about CPET. This will only talk about R&D. This is the stall where you will see whichever our expertise area, what we are doing, what we can help to the industry, exclusively technology transfer, research in the new emerging areas. With this, I'd like to conclude and thank you very much for all these sort of beautiful exhibition. Thank you all.
For your address, ladies and gentlemen, we have leaders of our state bodies who would like to wish us. May I please invite the President of FKCCI, Mr. C.R. Janardhan, to please give his wishes at IPLEX 2019. Let's welcome Mr. C.R. Janardhan with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The President of the Federation of Karnataka Chambers of Commerce and Industry.
Honorable Minister Sri Sadananda Gowda ji and dignitaries on the dais and the dignitaries of the dais, at the outset I am very happy to associate with this exhibition, and inaugural of this function is very important. Most of the exhibitions will give lot of technological developments, and we have to take people to the exhibition. Instead of that, the gentleman, the association has done to bring the exhibition to the people. I am really grateful to Mr. Vijay Kumar making such important edition of 10th edition of IPLEX in Bangalore. Sir, the plastic industry caters to the entire spectrum of daily use items and covers almost every sphere of life, such as clothing, housing, construction, furniture, automobiles, household items, agriculture, horticulture, irrigation, packaging, medical appliances, electronics and electrical items. The Government of India is taking many initiatives to boost the infrastructure sector through investments in roads, railways and shipping. Investments in water and sanitation management, irrigation, building and construction, power, transport and retail have been encouraged. Plastics play an important role in these sectors through various products like pipes, wires and cables, waterproofing, membranes, wood PVC composites and other sectors. There is a good scope for innovative product which will further contribute to growth of the sector in years to come. The packaging industry has witnessed a complete replacement of old age products with the new ones. However, despite having good growth potential, the plastic industry faces many challenges in terms of environmental issues, lack of advanced technology. Now that our CPET chairman has explained that research institutes in Chennai and Hyderabad is working, and I also request the CPET chairman to have one R&D institute at Bangalore, so that it will give more mileage, limited infrastructure and high volatility in feedstock prices. To overcome these challenges, significant efforts will have to be made by all the stakeholders to realize the real potential of this industry. While the usage and benefits of plastics are high, it invariably gets branded as a polluting material. Plastics being a polymer derived from crude or made up of long chains of carbon, it takes years for them to decompose completely. Improper disposal of plastic leads to groundwater pollution, disturbances in soil, microbial activity along with the releasing of carcinogenic chemicals in the atmosphere, leading to health issues among the people. The other life forms also get affected due to this imbalance in the value chain with stray cattle feeding and throwaway plastic. These adverse impacts have awakened the society, industry and government to ensure proper disposal of plastics. Both government as well as industry needs to come forward to cater to this issue and sensitize the general mass to follow the ritual of cycling waste plastic products. If plastics can be collected and disposed or recycled as per laid down guidelines, then the use of plastic waste can be suitably addressed. There is a wide scope for industries based on recycling of plastic waste. This will not only address the issues of environmental degradation, but will also generate capital. Plastic has low energy requirement during production and is considered to be the energy efficient compared to other alternatives. It results in a lower emission of CO2. Thus, when compared to glass or aluminum, plastic results in a lighter environmental footprint. However, plastic is a sustainable choice only if recycled and disposed of properly. This can be achieved mainly through segregation of waste and source, promotion of waste management infrastructure and increased use of bioplastic. The plastic processing industry has changed our lives in many aspects. It has the potential to continue to change the way we grow our crops, the way we build our roads and the way we live everyday life. It has a significant impact on our economy, generation of wealth, and in job creation. Plastics industry will need to invest in modern equipment to reduce costs and improve performance and improve install capacity to achieve economies of scale so that the Indian subcontinent can reach its full potential. I wish all the best for the IPLEX 10th edition. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Janardhan, for your views and your message. We have another head of a Karnataka State Industrial Association who will address us for 1 minute to wish us. Please put your hands together and welcome President of KASIA, Mr. R. Raju, who would like to wish us for a minute here at IPLEX 2019. Thank you, Mr. Raju, for your presence, and we look forward to your wish.
Honorable Minister, Mr. Sadanand Godiji on the stage, and also dignitaries on the stage and off the stage. I wish all the success for this IPLEX 2019 under the leadership of our Vijay Kumar ji in Karnataka. It is going the 10th edition. So I hope on behalf of Karnataka Small Scale Industries Association, I wish him best success, and also it gives small scale industries marketing hub for this mainly conducting this exhibition in this day. I wish him all the success for this exhibition, having conducted very well in this BIEC ground. Thank you very much for giving an opportunity.
Dhanyawada Raju for your wonderful wishes. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for, the address of our chief guest. Please put your hands together and welcome Sri D.V. Sadananda Gowda ji, Honorable Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India. Thank you, sir, for sparing your time and being here to encourage and motivate our industry.
Shri Dr. S.K. Naik, DG CPET, Shri Kasinath Zha, my Joint Secretary, Shri Jigish Doshi, President Plastic Foundation, Shri C.R. Janardhan, President FICCI, Raju, President KASIA, then Shri Vijay Kumar, President Karnataka State Plastic Association, Haram Thakkar, Kamath, other dignitaries on the dais, up the dais, ladies and gentlemen, friends from media. Practically, Dr. Naik has spoke everything. What is the vision of this government? What is the views of CPET? What are the roadmap ahead of us in the coming days as far as this polymer industry is concerned? He has explained everything. I don't think that much issues are left out to address you people. But in spite of that, after inaugurating this IPLEX 10th edition today in Bangalore, I feel that the confusion in the minds of the people across the country, the use of single-use plastics and the other areas of concern that need to be taken care of first. Whenever we say something about plastics, the people think that it is certainly in the larger interest of the society, and as far as the environmental concerns are concerned, plastic must be banned. Unless we bring the people out of that mindset, certainly I think that taking further the issues will not keep us in a right direction. For that reason only, the word plastic itself has to be first deleted from the dictionary. For that reason, we should make use of the word polymer. That includes everything. So automatically, the confusions in the mind of ordinary citizens of the country will be taken away. That is what I feel. For that reason, we were discussing, and of course, this plastic is a versatile material which has revolutionized the world of comfort with its presence in the fields of ranging from domestic household products to package in all sectors, automobile, aerospace, components, structural parts, healthcare, and other industrial applications also. So that doesn't mean that single use of plastic itself is so-called plastic in the public domain. Plastic industry has outplaced many traditional materials like paper, glass, wood, metals, etc. during these years because they are lightweight, multifunctional, cost-effective, easily available, and processable, and corrosion resistance and sustainable. The present annual global consumption of plastics is about 350 MMT, while India it is estimated only about 70.8 MMT, and it is expected it may cross 20 million tons in 2020. The per capita consumption of plastic products in India is growing at a faster rate and moving towards about 8% GDP growth. Plastics have been extensively used in various Indian sectors like packaging, infrastructure, automobiles, agriculture, and others. Pursuant to the current strategy of ban of single-use plastics, the Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, has received several states representation from Plastic Industry Association in order to address this situation. Really an expert committee was constituted and consisting of scientists and officers from my department. They have already completed their work, and I am going to take a presentation shortly, and we want to find out the future course of action on the basis of the report that will be submitted by the committee which is headed by my departmental officers as well as certain, some other scientists also. Practically nowadays, you know, recently during Independence Day, Prime Minister in Independence Day speech, he expressed serious concern over the use of single-use plastic. Practically, he also, at the same time, he addressed the people of this country and said that more and more technology need to be initiated on this area so that the single use plastic has to be banned, but the other areas should be taken care of. So this is the right time. I request all the industrialists who are here to collectively you should all respond positively to the call given by the Honorable Prime Minister. And I think on 2nd October, the Gandhi Jayanti day, we all should see that all the littered plastic waste along the roadside should be collected, and we should keep watch on the single use of plastics on that day. 4 numbers of plastic management center, one each at Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Patna and Varanasi will be set up at the project cost of rupees 6 crore each. The required land and building will be provided by the respective state governments, and we will immediately work on it. Already now recently our Nayak was telling that in Jammu and Kashmir also we should have one of this kind. So we are working on it and we will go ahead with this. CPET under my ministry is a premier national institute creating academics, technology support and research and development in polymer sector for over 5 decades. During the last 5 years, that is from 2014 to 2019, 3.13 lakhs of unemployed or underemployed youths trained and benefited through the training programs, and we are committed to train about 5 lakh in the next 5 years, that is from 2019 to 2024. In the line with the Make in India initiative, CPET contributes significantly in promoting the plastic industries through technology support services. During the last 5 years, 3.26 lakhs of technology support assignments have been undertaken by CPET for the benefit of plastics and allied industries. In the next 5 years, that is from 2019 to 2024, it is targeted to take up about 5 lakh technology support service assignments. That already, as said by Dr. Nayak, I am very happy to inform you that my department has sanctioned one research and development center at Bangalore with the project cost of about 87 crores. The construction of new R&D center, a school for advanced research and in polymers, is in the final phase at Devanali, Bangalore, and the same will be inaugurated very shortly. I think this center will cater the various research needs of the industries and will provide a great opportunity to the industries and academia to use the advanced facilities. As it is very near to the airport and it is located in one of the prime areas, I hope that so many people across the world globe, they may visit there, they may have their activities in that research center, thereby it will improve the total working of this polymer sector. The R&D center shall be multifunctional, one-stop facility consisting of full-fledged materials characterization facility with broad specialization in product development and simulation. The center shall coordinate and provide centralized support and service to various academia and industries for their research requirements. I hope that the present IPLEX 2019 exhibition will immensely benefit the technical know-how of the technologies and resources of machineries and materials, and give them confidence in taking right decision to expand the business of existing industries, and will also benefit the upcoming entrepreneurs. Today, during the course of discussions with the industrialists, several suggestions, several opinions has been given to us, and certainly we will take note of it. Especially Mr. Kamath, when he said that the MRPL, one of the premier institutions of the country, if they cooperate with us, certainly as far as Karnataka is concerned, we can have a very far approaching results in the coming days for export and other areas. Certainly, I will assure Mr. Kamath, next time when I come out to Bangalore, we will have a detailed discussions, deliberations with the officers of MRPL and other local leaders of Bangalore, and we hope that certainly this issue will be taken positively by me and my department. Similarly, several other suggestions has also come to us, and especially when I take the presentation from as far as the expert report is concerned, all these issues will be placed before the expertise and scientists, and we will sort out certain issues which are facing in various corners of the country with regard to this polymer industry is concerned. Especially as far as Karnataka is concerned, several observations are made, and few of our industry leaders said that today there is a change of government, at least you should cooperate with us, and even the BBMP is also not cooperating with the people of Bangalore. Certainly we will work on it, and we will see that those issues should be resolved at the earliest. With these words, I thank all of you, and I certainly feel proud to be here with you, and I declare this IPLEX 2019 exhibition open. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri B.V. Sadananda for inaugurating IPLEX 2019 and for your wonderful address. May we also request you to please release the IPLEX show directory and the daily bulletin on this auspicious occasion. May I request our President, Convener.
ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಫುಲ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ತಗೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ತಗೋಣ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋ ಬರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಬನ್ನಿ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫರ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫರ್ सर क्लोज मुर्गेश सर आप लोग पीछे क्लोज है ओके स्माइल सर ऑन ऑफ स्माइल थैंक यू वन मोर सर don't push
Thank you sir for releasing the show directly. May I request the daily bulletin also to be brought for release by our chief guest.
आप थोड़ा पीछे आ जाओ थोड़ा हिलने पड़े सर हिंदे बंद पड़े सर ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೋಪಿನ ಬಂದು ಹಿಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ सर वेट सर प्लीज वेट
Thank you to our chief guest, flying down especially for our event in his busy schedule. I request Mr. Suresh Sagar to present a memento to Dr. Oswald.
Thank you, Chairman, support.
May I request Sri Hariram to present them with a memento. I request our President of KSPA, Mr. Vijay Kumar, to please present a memento. I request Mr. Shreyans Jain to present a memento to Mr. Ravish Kamath, Chairman, Plexi Council. Mr. Jain, please begin. I request Mr. Mahatesh to present a memento to Mr. Sriya Janardhan, President. I request Mr. Suresh Sagar to present a memento to Mr. R. Raju, President of Kasya. Once again, I request Mr. Shreyans Jain to present a memento. I request Mr. Jain to present a memento to Mr. Murugesan, Executive Director. The next request. Thank you, Mr. Rajula, for your presence.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ.
At the very outset, I sincerely thank Minister Ginu Joseph, Honorable Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India, who has blessed the occasion and blessed the IPLEX, and we are hoping to get a more boost for the plastic fraternity from our minister. I'm very hopeful about that. I also thank Mr. Maheshwar Rao should have been here since he has been transferred to some other departments. I couldn't make it today for this function. I thank him for having served as MSME sector till yesterday. I also thank Mr. Hariram Thakkar, our IPLEX convener. I think you have to give him a big hand. Really very wonderful IPLEX exhibition, which has just begun. And I also thank Mr. Mela Jaydev, President All India Plastic Manufacturers Association, for having come here and blessed us. And I also thank Mr. Jigish N. Doshi, President Plastic India Foundation. Thank you, sir. I once again thank you for having come here and blessed the occasion. I also thank Mr. Janardhan, President of KCCI. I thank Mr. Raju, President of Kashia, and Mr. Giri from Pina Association of Mr. Asrana, President-elect is here. Thank you, Mr. Asrana. Thank you very much for having come here. I also thank many dignitaries who are here, like Mr. Rajendra Kumar, our BJP Industry Cell President, and also a corporator of Nandini Layout, and Mr. Baswaraj Johli, our past President Kasia. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having blessed us. And I thank Mr. Dinesh MC, the President of Kasia and FKCCI, past President. And I also thank all the office bearers of Kasia who are here. And I thank all the plastic IPLEX team who are here. And I also thank all the state level plastic association presidents who are here from all our IPLEX presidents from all over the south. I also thank Mr. Ilangon, a chief of CPET, who is here. I thank him very much. And Mr. Naik Saab, DG CPET, is here. I also thank him once again for on behalf of Karnataka State Plastic Association and IPLEX team. I thank all the media people, electronic media and press media who have supported us. Thank you very much. And I would request them to visit our stall and you get more idea about the recycling and other things. We have made a separate pavilion for recycling. I would request media people to visit that to get more knowledge about the recycling aspect. I thank each and everyone who has cooperated and making this program a very success. I once again thank everyone who are here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Kannada.
Thank you, Mr. Suresh and Sagar, for that
plastics and polymer. How do you see how we can improve on the environmental system?
See, if the confusion in the minds of the people, if that is removed, so automatically 50% of our work is over. 5% of the single-use plastics in the total polymer arena, that is being treated as plastics, and it is harmful to the environment. It is it is not in the larger interest of the health sector and other. It will harm. That is the mindset of the people. So we have to come out of it.
Do you think if we have a proper collection system, the problem can be solved?
Yes, that is only 5% of the single-use plastics. But other plastics we have to convert into for some other mode, and we should make use of it by using latest technologies.
As you saw in the recycling pavilion, people are converting all waste plastic into oil, bricks. How do you see? Can us implement this on our road manufacturing? Or
Certainly, even now in so many areas it is being used, but percentage is very less. Now we have to enhance the total system by giving more and more publicity and more encouragement by the government, and the exhibitions like this will certainly motivate the people, the younger generation, to work on it.
Do you have any plan for encouraging the recycling industry?
Certainly we have got. Certainly.
The problem what is facing is Pollution Control Board doesn't give the certificate for recycling industry as it is the treated as a plastic industry.
Of course, I do concede, because certain areas where the outcome from the recycling, certainly it may be harmful to this society and all that. For that reason, proper places has to be identified. Now we have already planned to have 4 major places we have identified, and we are working on it. We hope that we can take it forward.
Thank you so much for TV and Modern Plastics Global. Have a wonderful time.